Welcome back, Rogue Traders. Back with, more fun. And we're just gonna jump into the Chronos Expanse and do the siege. I think we just land on the planet and do it. I think. Gotta bring Ulf here. Oh. Okay, it's one of these. Well, like and subscribe and all that stuff. A general once said that all wars are fundamentally the same. If you've seen one, you've seen them all. Grok shit. The general didn't witness the events on Euphrates II. That general. Rogue Trader Pandora von Valancius was the supreme commander in the battle. A woman of iron will, unfaltering, unshakable. I served her in her personal enforcer guard back then. Just another cocky kid who thought he was an expert soldier. The Emperor was gracious to me. He gave me a chance to realize just how wrong I was. Most of my comrades didn't get that chance. At long last, Argenta and Lord Captain have uncorked due possibility. Wait for Argenta to approach with news. Okay. These shuttles would have blocked out the sun if you could have seen it through the smoke of the Manufactorum city of Sigma S13. At its heart stood the machine cathedral. Our primary objective. The Lord Captain showed us mercy by having the landing zone bombarded from orbit. All the shuttles carrying troops, and more importantly precious vehicles, reached their destination. Daunted by our numbers, the enemy withdrew. That was the perfect moment for a decisive attack. With an armored vehicle force of this size, we had the upper hand. Upon descending from orbit, Sister Argenta inspired the troops with the very first notes of her prayers. Her singing was the Emperor's voice commanding us to fight without any regard for our own lives. After rousing the soldiers to launch a daring raid, she quickly captured one of the heretics' commanders. That was when we heard a starkly different voice come from the Sister of Battle, trembling with fury. She personally interrogated the miscreant, pulling one poisoned confession after another out of him. Once she was done, the world was purged of his impure breath, and she was the one wielding the flamer. The sight of the heretic writhing in flames was imprinted upon our memories, shining a light on the cruel darkness of our immediate future, like a brilliant beacon. In the command center, the Lord Captain ordered her generals to tactical report. Commence a rapid tank assault in accordance with military doctrine, armored wave devised by Lord Gentis Quinn. Proceed with caution. Support comprehensive reconnaissance. Advance while utilizing the surviving planetary populace as human shields. Rapid tank assault. Let's go. Our negligible losses during the landing stage gave us enough armored vehicles for a decisive push against the enemy's positions. We began our advance. I will never forget the roar of the tank, its treads tearing the heretics' infantry to pieces, accompanied by the shrieks of las guns and the rumble of heavy artillery, the deafening symphony of war. Nothing could stop us. We marched in the wake of a column of armored beasts, not turning to look at the mushroom clouds, climbing over piles of enemy bodies and those of our own. We had our orders. Pushing through the ruins of sacred workshops, we looked with awe upon machines that, up until that point, had remained forbidden to the eyes of the laity. Those were places of incredible and frightening technology. Void ship assembly halls, alchemical atriums, sacred arsenals, generators producing invisible fields unsettling to the mind, and scriptoriums containing knowledge of horrors best left undiscovered. In one of the chemical chapels, we came upon a shipment of cisterns containing hallucinogenic gas. The tech priests protested that the substance was not designed for warfare, that it was created for higher rituals, but the officers wasted no time pumping our artillery shells full of the gas. At last, we reached the gates of Dock MU-514, threshold of the metal nightmare that was Manufactorum Sigma S13. However, the initial attempts to storm the dock shattered against enemy defenses. Magos Dominus Opticon 22 proposed a tech sabotage. He could send small Skitari units behind the enemy lines and have them subdue the spirits of the area's defense systems. Thorvald, a fierce leader of Space Wolves, proposed to send infiltrators beyond the walls to kill enemy officers and weaken the dock's defenses. The Vanguard regiments to detail the reasons why the assault failed in the first place. It requires fanatic heretic. Assault force proceed with tech sabotage. Opponent infiltrators. We could shell them with crazy gas. I mean, the tech use will work, but I'm gonna do this. Kill the commanders. Good luck to us. The Space Wolves entered the city undetected and reaped a bloody harvest there. None could hide from those fierce and cunning warriors. The infiltrators killed one officer after another, sowing panic and disarray among the enemy. The bodies were impaled on spikes so that the heretics could see their commanders from afar. Once the mayhem had reached its peak, the Space Wolves demolished the turrets, opened the gates, and gave a signal to attack. The dock was ours. It took us many days to break through the metal heart of the Manufactorum. In the third week of the assault, the vanguard was halted and swept away by a salvo of plasma macro cannons. Scorning every canon of sacred engineering, the heretics had placed the hull of an unfinished void cruiser on treads several kilometers long. This leviathan of adamantine and plasteel barred our way. Magos Dominus Opticon 22 insisted that we retake the sacred machine, for the vessel had been in the making for many decades, and its destruction would have meant a great tragedy for the Imperium. Dogmatic. Order that the cruiser be destroyed using blessed megaton charges. Commanded that the sacred vessel be reclaimed from the enemy's clutches. Had an entire void ship dropped upon the cruiser from orbit? Why would I do that? Yeah, we're in a tech use. Having the sacred machine on our side could have given our offensive a sizable edge. Our orders were to get a landing zone to the cruiser's bridge and escort the engine seers to the main cogitator. Our shuttles used the turret's blind spot to deploy elite troops on board the cruiser. While we were engaged with the shrieking heretics, the engine seers reasoned with the machine spirits of the main cogitator and initiated the blessed purgation protocol on the inner decks. It took us 3 days to drag every last cultist corpse out of the compartments. Slipping on pools of blood mixed with sacred unguents, we made it to the machine cathedral. A gargantuan hall, breathing with the flames of 1,000 furnaces, the last bastion of enemy army. That was where I first faced the world bearers, betrayers of humanity, and unworthy sons of the Emperor. What could we, mere humans, possibly do to match their unholy bestial rage? Close ranks. Direct all available forces against the world bearers? Devise a plan to place the Space Wolves at the forefront of our strike. Brought the might of the captured cruiser to bear. Of course. There's no greater pleasure in war than turning the enemy's own weapon against them. Chaos Marines are stronger than an army of ordinary troops, but they cannot survive a direct hit from a macro cannon. The cruiser's weapons tracked their targets well, and no armor could protect them from shots like that. The Leviathan's treads rolled over the enemy defenses, decimating the contemptible world bearers and bringing us great triumph. What a cool picture. Tech priests at the front. Crazy guys. I don't know what that is, a world bearer or dreadnought? And that's when it came. Doom Scream, an ancient and bloodthirsty hellbrute. A merciless executioner forged from adamantine and ceramite. That single foe was repelling our assaults one after another, turning hundreds of soldiers into bloody pulp. For as long as that abomination lived, we had no hope of reaching the heart of the enemy citadel. The dire-eyed Thorvald volunteered to track down and destroy the vile spawn, but fate had other things in store for him and his brothers. The Space Wolves pack was to be the first to storm the Machine Cathedral, and thus Magos Dominus Opticon 22 assembled a cohort of elite Skitari and said that he would locate and eliminate Doomscream. The soldiers were whispering that he was willing to activate the so-called Guaranteed Annihilation Protocol, a terrible and ominous rite that is as lethal to the enemies of the Omnissiah as it is to his faithful servants. Upon arriving at the front lines, Lord Captain... So Opticon kills himself. Why Pascal's weapon skill? Alright, tell me what's up. Those lucky enough to have escaped with their lives had little to tell us. They remembered a terrible howl hanging in the air as the death machine, impossibly quick for its size, dismembering people and crumpling tanks with its horrific manipulators. This enemy was ancient, devious, and utterly mad. The heretic's mind was clouded by rage and hatred, and his body was bound within a prison of metal and mutated flesh. Opticon 22, you're up, buddy. Opticon 22 and his cohort, their armor painted with black chrome, marched into the darkness of the Manufactorum in silence. Hours later, we heard chilling sounds of combat, and then a flash erupted from the depths of the sacred workshops. The Emperor's angels charged forth and found Doomscream there, crippled but still alive, and routed the fiend. His bloodied pincer, ripped off by the devastating explosion, was presented to the Lord Captain as a trophy. The body of Opticon 22 was never found. It was disintegrated by the atomic charge he carried into battle. Such was the high price for the grave and humiliating wound that he and his tech comrades inflicted upon the unholy champion of the heretics. We chanted the name of the brave warrior of the code in our prayers. Opticon 22. At last, we reached the Machine Cathedral. We saw a yawning lift shaft left behind by a colossal land-gnawing drill that had burrowed for kilometers into the depths of the planet. There, deep below, lay the last hiding place of the heretics' leaders. Hundreds of grenades, accompanied by promises of swift judgment, were hurled into the pit. Such was our righteous anger. The planetary assault was a resounding success. The enemy forces were shattered and broken. A small faction remained in the Machine Cathedral, but the rest had been destroyed or were destined to meet the same inevitable fate soon. The Lord Captain's retinue and the Space Wolves band delved into the shaft, heading toward the heart of the Machine Cathedral. We watched them leave with reverence in our eyes as we were setting up a perimeter around the entrance. We knew that the true outcome of the Battle of Euphrates II depended on them, and that our fates were theirs to decide. There it is. I guess we're going to leave Argenta behind, because I don't know what kind of giant machine we're going to fight. It's sad, because Argenta's a beast, but if something's heavily armored, you can't really deal with it, so I need Pascal to do so, and he's a beast too. I mean, the Space Bird. He's a giant bolter. Better than a combat knife, he now has a chain sword. Okay. A lot of cool for the energies of the material line. The gears resume turning. Okay. It's a lot of space marines. There he is. We saw this guy. Giant clad in dark crimson armor is in the middle of a sinister litany, his words turning into a repulsive ethereal stench and flecks of otherworldly ice. He does not notice your presence. Conrad Vodagear. With a third eye. This guy? Must be. The same cannot be said about Vodagear, who stands at his side. His completely mutated turquoise eyes flash upon seeing you. He flinches but remains silent, hesitant to interrupt the ritual. Observe the sorcerer at work. So the stench of the air, never let sorcerer reek. The name of the God Emperor, I am here to judge you as executioner. He scoffs. His deep, unnatural, vibrating voice causes your insides to shrink. What good is the name of a rotting corpse propped upon the golden throne? It carries no fear for the disciples of the true faith. So, you are the one who was so eager to meet me and your own demise. Rejoice, brother Twilight. Today, you become the new rogue trader. Yes, master, I will rectify my mistake and reclaim what was stolen. Examine the machine. The platform beneath the sorcerer's feet is the drilling machine's massive tunneling shield. This mighty mechanism can gnaw through underground rock, bunker bulkheads reinforced with adamantine, and anything else that may lurk in the plane's depths. Perhaps the servants of the Deus Mechanus scuttle around the heretic, muttering twisted prayers of ignition in attempts to persuade the Omniscience majestic beast to awaken and rend the world's flesh. What is Vodagear doing here? I am on a path to greatness, Pandora. True power of the kind you and Theodora can only dream of. The edge of daybreak promised to weave me a truly remarkable fate. You are on the path to your own death. In empty threat, I have the upper hand this time. In my next prayer to the Dark Gods, I will thank them for letting me destroy another rogue trader of the Von Valancius line. If only you knew what powerful weapon awaits us down below. With it, we will make the entire expanse. Enough, brother Twilight. Your lips will not speak a word more than it is a heathen's place to hear. Ignorance is their cloister. Let them remain trapped there. Do you have a name? You know my name well. I am Erlon the Cruel, breaker of misbelievers, truth speaker, triumpher of faith, dark apostle of the blessed world bearers legion. Kneel and offer a prayer of gratitude, for your death could not bear a worthier name. You must be preoccupied. Your army is destroyed. Death for the glory of the true gods is a blessed fate for any believer. So why would I rob them of it? Every martyr who perishes in their name only empowers their reign. I was tasked with a different mission, to make the Chronos Expanse behold the sheer impotence of its most evident protector. Once Calcidar's treasure has been stolen, his secret hoards plundered, and his name shamed, the dogs of the false emperor will see the truth. No one will protect them. No one will heed their pleas. Only by bowing to the masters of the Immaterium will they earn the right to live. What is the treasure? I will keep this from you, so that you may perish in the darkness of ignorance. Pathetic. Your master didn't even tell you the reason why he sent you to face your death, and neither will I make this poisoned cup any easier to drink. And what are the secrets for? Very well, kneel and pledge yourself to the true gods of the warp, for greatness are rewards for the faithful. I doubt you intend to obey, but I still advise against it. No more words, Thorbad. We kill him. He yells. Let those who blaspheme against the true gods beg forgiveness in vain. Let the lips be sealed. Let the hands be severed. Let their souls be reaped and scourged. Alright. In you go, homies. I believe we have the upper ground, so... Oh my. We'll have... heavy bolters. A glorious fight awaits. Take heed with the silver-tongued traitor, for he is old, sly, and strong, but by the old father, the wolves will spill rivers of blood today. Have you encountered him? No. Or else his head would still be attached to his neck. My pack has heard plenty about his strength and Ignabigus misdoings. When we can seize evidence of malfactions all across the cross expanse, like bear tracks upon fresh snow. Okay, what witchcraft was it? You wished to wake the tunneling behemoth. If you hunger for my thoughts, Erlon is searching for something down below, in the Manufactor's deepest halls. My warriors destroyed the energy fount and silenced the drill, but the detestable Malefic still found a way to revive it with his heinous magic. Another blasphemy. There are too many to count. What's the trend on Earth? Do not ask, for I know not myself. Councilor treats his allies like a Forensian mushroom farmer treats his produce. He keeps them in the dark and feeds them shit. He didn't see fit to enlighten us about the secrets of Euphrates too. That 'tis no matter. Whatever it is, we mustn't let the loathsome Malefic claim it. You're a brave one, not easily deterred. Good, then find a way to reach the tunneling platform while we give the mangy sorcerer something to worry about. Halbrand, you stick to the original plan. Take 2 brothers and go after Doomscream. Our scout reports that he took refuge here in these depths after being defeated in battle on the approach from Machine Cathedral. I want to take the unholy tin can that holds this traitor's brain back to Fenris. He won't fail you. Doomscream, hide here, step aside, Halbrand. I'll be the one to slay it. I claim quarry for the baleful howl. If it comes to pass, I'll be the first one to raise a cup to the proud name of the Fortress Pack. Alright, let's go kill it. Do you seek to best me in hunting? None are faster or deadlier than the Stormbiters. We will see. Luck be with you. I'm confused. What just happened? Why are we all baleful scars? No time for healing. Lift cogitator. Goods. Box full of work overalls and robes and stuff. Okay, give me all this stuff. Hello? Okay. Control cogitator. Excuse me.
My warp sight reveals something.
Does it? Earl on the Cruel. So this turkey's down here somewhere. We can't get through here.
Patience!
Stop!
Oh,
There.
my nerves are frayed.
Where? There? Okay. Another control cogitator here, which we can't
See
get
what
to.
I found.
What did you find this time? Okay, let's just move forward. Mad Tech the Mat, corrupted Rune Stalker. Rust Stalker.
I have rather a different perspective.
Yeah, light him on fire.
Schemes within schemes.
Just let that guy on fire. He doesn't seem to care. Alright, fine.
What lies
Engage.
beyond?
That looks like a big gun. Pandora, Conqueror of Steel, and Spider Tree Flash, we initiate the capitulation protocol. Nowhere under this chrome ferment, the leading haze, is there a cogitational array capable of designing a productive method of opposing you. Your indestructible legions have annihilated all who dared stand in the way. No matter what we threw at you, all turn to dust. Kill them. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna let them live. They have a giant gun or something right there. They're gonna shoot me. Need plasma pistols too. Really good weapons, my goodness. Well, we're checking it.
This failure shall not define me.
Yeah. That was gonna be gnarly. Soul pattern plasma pistol. That's what we have. Okay, good. And then Paratobi pattern sniper rifle. This is for big creatures. And then a sword, but I have auto striking sword. That's why we use it. Okay. What's this? Main Sanctum. Okay.
I had a brother like you. Stubborn rascal he was.
I guess we killed all these guys too.
Fellow, and a singer. Anyway, I know your type. If any of my things go missing,
I assure you, my Lord Ulfar, I would never dream of doing such a thing. Why are you acting so suspicious? Have you lost something? Take a closer look in your cell. I'm sure you'll find it.
Okay, this place is like, there's too much crap.
They will see. Oh yes, they all will see.
No cultists, alright. We find him. Where's a battery, a bunch of cultists, and this guy who we're going to have to fight in the next episode. Consumes power from nearby plasma batteries. Means armor pen, deflection, and all characters. Just for each power. Oh, well. Yes, we gotta blow those up. 20% of his health. Yeah, his armor is 269. No wonder why he can't die. What do you got for guns? A Reaper autocannon? Oh boy. Havoc launcher. Defiler cannon. He has 2 phases. He marks 2 zones on the battlefield and launches rockets. Needs a manifestation. Hit him in the back for 50% damage. Gains armor equal to its deflection. Immunity to perils of the weapon, immunity to toxic damage. Additional action. or move after every party turn. Oh my goodness. Death blast. When this creature dies, it deals a bunch of damage. Oh my goodness. Why do you have the prey scanner attack? Yeah, I have to think about this one. These all have to blow up. And I need to avoid him attacking us. How much movement does he have? 10? Oh my goodness. Let's do a slave psyker here. Do I run backwards and attack these from a distance? No, you're just gonna walk over here. I have to run by him. There's another door here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Alright, we'll see you next time.